A big vote in the Senate could mean hundreds of thousands of people returning to work. The vote to reopen the government through the end of the year. It's where we start. I'm Kenesha Dees. The newest package now passed to the House of Representatives would bring an end to the uncertainty that's been lingering for 6 weeks. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo tells us what's next.
The federal government could be reopening this week after a key Senate vote Sunday night approved a package that would fund the government through January 30th. Now it's up to the House of Representatives to get it open again. That vote is expected to take place on Wednesday, and representatives from across the country are already making their way back to Washington, D.C. after a notice from House Majority Leader Mike Johnson on Monday. The package is giving new funding to the legislative branch and security measures for Congress, as well as reversing federal firings during the shutdown. But it doesn't guarantee an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies, which has been pushed to a vote in December. It'll be the first House vote since September 19th, just days before the shutdown started. If the House passes the package, it will need to pass President Trump's desk before the government officially reopens. And the prospect of returning to work has local federal workers and contractors on the edge of their seats after a month of failed votes. The shutdown has affected their paychecks, threatened to cut federal payment for some contractors, and halted federal subsidies like SNAP benefits for millions of Americans. U.S. Representative Dale Strong will be a part of that vote on Wednesday, and he says he's hopeful that people will be returning to work soon.
We're glad to get the federal workers back to work. I think that it will happen next week, but again, many of those have been working all through this process.
Strong says it's been a long-fought battle to get the government reopened, and Wednesday may just make the difference. In the meantime, federal workers and contractors are saying they just want some stability. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
It's still unclear just when federal workers might get back pay from the shutdown. Representative Strong says if the House passes the funding package, he's hopeful it will come out soon after the vote. He says the only ones not getting back pay are contractors who lost their funding during the shutdown. Other Alabama leaders are weighing in, including Congressman Robert Aderholt, who shared his thoughts in a post on X saying, quote, "I commend the 8 Senate Democrats who did the right thing and have allowed a vote to proceed that should reopen the government later this week. It's long overdue," end quote. Well, back here in Huntsville, another beautiful view of the sky this Veterans Day. At this picture, we can see some of the sun rays beaming down. Definitely a good day to be out and about and observing Veterans Day. I'm joined now by Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, a repeat of much cooler air today. How's the rest of tonight?
Yeah, we're going to begin to see some improvement across the Tennessee Valley in the rather immediate future. And you're right, it was a beautiful afternoon to spend some time outside. You definitely needed a coat, but it wasn't as windy this afternoon, and we got to enjoy plenty of sunshine. Maybe just a touch breezy at times. We're holding on to some of that breeze this evening. Winds have been sustained anywhere between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Not really creating much of a wind chill, though, because instead of talking about winds out of the north, ushering in that really cold air, our winds have kind of changed directions over the last 12 to 16 hours. Now we're talking about winds out of the south. So while the wind is somewhat steady at 5 to 15 miles per hour, we're at least bringing warmer air up into North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. And you're going to notice that this evening if you're going to be stepping outside. It's not as cold right now as it was this time 24 hours ago, which is a really nice change of pace. Pulaski and Fayetteville both sitting at 44 degrees. Florence sitting at 46. We're sitting at 46 right now in Albertville. And then our friends in Fort Payne currently sitting at 42. Through the rest of the evening, we kind of hold steady in the lower 40s. As we head into your Wednesday, temperatures climb even more. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jordan. A Bolton man is behind bars after investigators say DNA evidence linked him to a sexual assault reported more than a year ago. Court records show Lee Everett Warren accused of attacking a woman at his home on County Road 508 in September of last year. Investigators say the victim was held for hours and suffered a broken nose before escaping when Warren fell asleep. A DNA test from a sexual assault exam later matched Warren, according to a report investigators received last month. He's charged with rape and interference with a domestic violence emergency. Owens Cross Roads officials are calling a special city council meeting Thursday to discuss the Pathway facility. The meeting comes after 6 girls escaped from the facility Friday night, adding the ongoing concerns about security and oversight. The facility has faced months of controversy. Earlier this year, the city council voted not to renew its business license after a September 2024 riot last year and multiple escapes. The license was later reinstated in August, but only under strict conditions, including security fencing and limiting residents to low or moderate care levels. The meeting will be held at 3 p.m. at the Owens Crossroads City Hall chambers. Families across North Alabama got extra help this Veterans Day, and the need was clear. The Food Bank of North Alabama and Wengenaway teamed up and held a drive-through, two of those drive-through food distributions today. One at Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville and one at Toyota Field in Madison. The drive at Milton Frank served almost 1,000 families, and the Madison site served around 300. Families received bags with non-perishables like beans and pasta and some fresh items like milk. The CEO says today was about continuing to give to the community.
Trying to serve people who are impacted by the government shutdown, whether it's someone who's been furloughed, someone who's had their job changed, or someone who hasn't received their benefits this month. So it's a little bit of everyone who's come through the line today.
Schofield says though there is some movement on opening the government, it will still take time for the community to get back on its feet. The food bank plans to continue doing these food distributions in the coming weeks, including one on Saturday. We've got a traffic impact alert for you this evening. Do expect lane closures at the Sullivan and Mill intersection in Madison tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The closures are due to the city doing geotechnical work in the area. Drivers should expect some delays, and you're encouraged to avoid that area if possible. For more traffic impact alerts, go to FOX54.com.
It's important to give back, make it an enjoyable experience. So many veterans.
Honoring our veterans by giving back, yes. Fox 54's Logan Alexandra in downtown Huntsville with a look at how the community does just that. And meet this week's Fox 54's top teacher, who believes her God-given gift will help the next generation of educated students. Stay with us.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In Huntsville, the city honored the men and women who serve our nation in uniform. Veterans Day is a significant event here in the Rocket City, which is home to thousands of active military and veterans. Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell was there for the city's parade this morning.
Crowds showed their love and appreciation to those who serve our country at the annual Huntsville Veterans Day Parade. The parade started at 11:11 this morning near the Huntsville-Madison County Veterans Memorial and had over 150 entries. The weather was cold, but that didn't stop hundreds of people from lining the streets to thank our nation's heroes. Participants walked and danced down the route while others waved from floats. Elected officials, military personnel, car groups, and first responders also joined today's celebration. Families enjoyed music from high school and college marching bands and performances from various other groups. One woman in the crowd says her husband is a retired veteran and her son is actively serving. She says parades like the one today mean so much to them.
They serve because they love their country and the freedoms that it provides us. They are just proud to be an American. They want to offer the next generations the opportunities that we've had.
The event came at the end of Huntsville's annual Veterans Week, which honors those who have donned a uniform. One group today served to show their support. Hatch, a nonprofit organization aimed at youth empowerment, grilled and handed out free hot dogs to those at the parade. The co-founder says they were able to give out over 1,000 hot dogs to bystanders and participants in the parade.
It's important to give back, make it an enjoyable experience. So many veterans treat this day as a day to remember and a day to come out and be with the community. So to have a warm hot dog, especially when it was 20 degrees this morning, really goes a long way.
Coyne says all the leftover hot dogs are going to shelters in the area. From Huntsville, Logan Alexandra Russell, Fox 54 News.
Yeah, Logan, it seemed to be a pretty good turnout today.
Yes, there were a lot of people out there today. I mean, and everyone had like their little American flags and were lining the streets, and there was a lot of great performances as well.
Yeah, and from what I understand, this is a part of Huntsville's annual Veterans Week, I think?
Yes, so today was basically like the grand finale. They had a veterans breakfast and a veterans dinner earlier in the week, and then today was the parade.
Yeah, it just seems like this community is very focused on making sure we take care of our veterans. I mean, we have so many organizations, you could just list them off, but it was so good seeing people come together on today to honor them. And I do like the fact that whatever is left over from that veterans event, the hot dogs, that they're going to give that to people who need it, because there's a lot of hungry folks.
They had thousands of hot dogs still left over, so they said that it was going to go to local shelters, and you know, they'll continue to serve.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Logan.
Yes.
We also hear from Senator Tommy Tuberville about a special veteran in our area. Here's a listen.
Our state is home to nearly 500,000 veterans, including America's oldest living Marine and World War II veteran, my friend, Mr. Roy Drinkard of Cullman, Alabama. I was proud to be with Roy earlier this year as he celebrated his 105th birthday. He is still going strong with no signs of slowing down.
Special salute to Mr. Drinkard today in honor of Veterans Day. As you just heard there, Senator Tommy Tuberville recognized Mr. Drinkard, a Coleman man and World War II veteran, as the oldest living Marine. Drinkard, who celebrated his 105th birthday this past July, has also been honored by Congressman Robert Aderholt with a flag flown over the U.S. Capitol and a tribute added to the congressional record. Saturday, runners and walkers will gather at UAH to honor fallen and injured first responders and military heroes. The Huntsville chapter of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is hosting a 5K run and walk inspired by the Tunnel to Towers 5K in NYC to bring the community together for a cause. The race starts at 9 in front of the Alabama Credit Union on John Wright Drive. The event is open to the public, but registration is required. Coming up next, this Fox 54's top teacher is loved by those who know her, and I'm excited to introduce her too. We take you to Oakwood Adventist Academy. Stay with us. And Jordan, are we in for a cool and quiet night?
Yeah, definitely, but at least it's not going to be as cool as we have been over the last couple of nights. Real improvement in the immediate future. We'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes.
Now, Fox 54's Top Teacher. Sponsored by Calhoun Community College.
This top teacher we're about to meet is loved by her students and fellow staff. Her love for teaching started when she was a child in Jamaica, so it's no surprise that she was nominated for what she says is her God-given talent. Meet this week's Fox 54's top teacher, Dr. Rochelle McLean from Oakwood Adventist Academy. Welcome to
I enjoy what I do. This doesn't even feel like a job.
Dr. Rochelle McLean's
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I mean, this is just a gift that God has given me.
5th grade class.
My dad was a teacher. I was born in Jamaica, and I would play school.
McLean is now at Oakwood Adventist Academy doing what she loves.
Well, right now we're using an app called Novel Effect.
What's better than a little hydration?
And when they return, it's an app where you can read, and the app shows music to the reading, so it brings literacy to life.
She's been at the school for 5 years and likes to integrate those interactive tools to teach.
I love technology. That my master's was in integrating technology, so I like to bring technology into the classroom.
But sometimes the lessons can be difficult for the kids. Take math, for example.
Some of the kids, they don't really like math, but I'm like, math is a language of God. You know, math is everywhere. Math is when you're cooking. It's outside with the bees. The bees use geometry to find the nectar. God is everywhere.
Vice Principal Laureen Garnett says McLean is deserving of this award because of her dedication and kind demeanor.
It is a wonderful honor, especially someone like Dr. McLean, who is a quiet force. You'll never hear her yell. You'll never hear her frustrated.
McLean hopes that her kiddos leave her classroom feeling valuable.
I want them to know that their life matters, that no matter how they feel inside, how insignificant they may feel because they're young, their life matters.
As you can see, they really do love her. Every child in Dr. McLean's class had some kind words to share about her. We have that in the moment she was surprised right here on Fox 54 Plus. Also nominated teacher on fox54.com.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
A pretty look just outside of our station, Memorial Parkway. You can see this is around the time, looks like sunset. So we were able to capture something before everything went dark. I would like to say overall, beautiful day from Monday till noon till sunset.
I know, we've really seen some improved conditions across the area, and I'm really excited about that. Now, obviously, you've probably had the heat on the last couple of days.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging, because I also had to cave and turn my heat on, which is not something I'm very pleased about. But are you excited at the idea of potentially turning it off?
I am. The question is, though, how long did you keep your heater on?
I turned it on yesterday morning. And it is still on.
Is it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, granted, that is to appease the significant other who is at home, and she insists that the heat needs to run. And of course, she's the one at home, not me. So, you know, I guess she gets to have her way. Let's talk about current winds across the Tennessee Valley, 5 to 15 miles per hour across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. But this isn't creating much of a wind chill across the area. Why? Because the winds have kind of changed directions. Over the last couple of days, we've been talking about a strong northerly wind across the area. That really began to kick in Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. But now, over the last 12 to 16 hours or so, our winds have become much more southerly across the area. So we're actually bringing in some slightly warmer air into the area. Good thing, too, because we had record cold across the Tennessee Valley. Today was the coldest November 11th morning in exactly 99 years. The official low this morning at the Huntsville International Airport was 21 degrees. The last time we were that cold on November 11th in the morning was November 11th, 1926, where the low temperature was just 22 degrees. Much warmer than that as we head into the overnight. And I think you're going to be able to tell this difference. I was talking earlier about how when it's like 87 versus 97 degrees, at that point it's just kind of hot and humid and you really can't tell the difference between 87 and 97. But when you're going from 27 to 37, well, that's a difference you can definitely tell. And you're going to be able to tell late tonight and early tomorrow morning. You'll be able to tell for the Wednesday morning commute as we are going to be much warmer across the area with plenty of sunshine. 47 at 8, 50 by 9, 55 degrees at 10 a.m. We continue to see improvements as far as the low temperatures are concerned. Thursday, Friday, we're talking about lows in the 40s. And then by the time we get to Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next week, we're talking about low temperatures in the 50s. More sunshine tomorrow afternoon, temperatures climbing into the mid-60s. Got a high temperature right around 65 degrees. Much the same as we head into your Thursday. It's going to be a nice stretch of days across the area. These numbers just at or just above where we should be this time of year. I think Thursday is going to be the winner just because we're making a solid run at 70 degrees. Thursday night football looks fantastic. Maybe a light jacket, but that's about it. 53 at 8, 52 at 9, 52 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. If we look at the long-term forecast, there's about a 60 to 70% chance that we're going to be talking about above average temperatures. So it's just a really good idea to grasp the concept that what we've had over the last couple of days is just kind of our free trial as we head into winter. We're going to stay warm for the next couple of weeks, but the winter weather will eventually return. No rain in the forecast until we get to the early part of next week. Monday, Tuesday brings about opportunities for a couple of showers to the Tennessee Valley. That's okay. We don't necessarily need the rain as far as any sort of a drought problem is concerned, while there really isn't one across the Tennessee Valley. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 65, 67, Wednesday, Thursday, back into the 70s. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This weekend would be a great weekend to set up your outdoor Christmas decorations. You don't have to turn them on, but you could at least put them out while it's still warm. 73 on Saturday, 71 degrees on Sunday. Plenty of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Even nice as we head into Monday, Tuesday, despite those opportunities for rain.
Madison City Schools is hosting its annual mental health fair Thursday. The event will be from 5 to 7 p.m. at Midtown Elementary School. It will bring together more than 24 organizers. Attendees can expect hands-on activities, access to information on mental health services, and they can also learn about trauma recovery and the signs of substance abuse. The event is free and open to the public. The holidays are quickly approaching, and families in North Alabama can kick off the season with Breakfast with Santa, hosted by Rocket City Trash Pandas. The event takes place December 13th at Toyota Field, starting at 9:30 in the Sports Med Stadium Club. Guests can enjoy a full breakfast buffet, crafts, and photos with Santa and Sprocket. Can't beat that. Tickets are $20 for adults, $12 for kids 12 and under, with all proceeds benefiting the Trash Pandas Foundation. Space is limited, though. For details on how to reserve your spot, go to fox54.com. A popular Huntsville area restaurant is expanding again. Jefferson's will open its third Metro location this Wednesday in Hartselle at 200 Main Street West. The new location joins Jefferson's restaurant in Hampton Cove and New Market, operated by co-franchisees Jake Lund and Robbie Coggin. Dinners can expect a classic food like wings and burgers, plenty of game day TV, and arcade for kids, a lofted family area, and more.
Coach Sam Shade and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs look to end a three-game skid this weekend at home against Florida A&M for Senior Day. We'll talk to Coach Shade about his team next in sports.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
2 games remain in year 1 of the Sam Shade era on the Hill, and this Saturday, Bulldog fans will see their team play for the final time in 2025 at Lewis Cruz Stadium. This weekend, Alabama A&M welcomes Florida A&M to the Hill for Senior Day. The Rattlers are winners of 3 of their last 4 games, and they're coming off a wild victory against Arkansas Pine Bluff, in which 35 points were scored in the 4th quarter alone. The Rattlers will provide a stiff challenge for this battered and bruised A&M squad. Despite the outcomes of this season, Sam Shade says that his players have not given up on the season, and they're going to come out and fight.
You know, it's just unfortunate that the scoreboard just hadn't been going in our favor. You look at the Grambling game, 13-10, a game that could have went either way for us. And we thought it was going to go our way. But I feel like our guys are going to continue to fight. They look at the season as it's 12 opportunities to go out and play football, a game that they love. So although our record hadn't been great this year, I think our guys are still excited about getting out and competing and playing football and getting back in the win column.
Coach Shade and his Bulldogs will try to end that 3-game skid this Saturday on the Hill against the Rattlers. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. You can stream the game live on SWAC TV. Sticking with football, the NFL has suspended Deron Payne for 1 game for punching another player. The former Alabama standout punched Amon-Ra St. Brown during a loss to the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Along with the suspension, Payne will also not receive a paycheck next week. That does for sports on Fox 54. I'm Mo Carter.
Coming up tonight at 9 on Fox 54 News, the federal government could reopen this week after the Senate approved funding Sunday night. Now it's up to the House to vote and get workers back on the job. Fox 54's Kayla Aguayo tells us more. We'll have more on Veterans Day celebrations across the Tennessee Valley, and our Fox 54's Valentina Chalala will have one special story of a local veteran. More than 9,000 flights have been canceled nationwide. Even with the potential government reopening, airport delays and cancellations are expected. We'll have this story and more for you tonight at 9.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel.
Yes, we've all seen the Grinch steal Christmas on our TV screens, but now you can wear his grumpy grin right on your feet. Crocs just dropped their new Grinch-themed clogs, perfectly timed for the holidays. As you can see, they're bright green, lined with cozy red fur, and topped with the Grinch's famous scowl. And if that's not festive enough, the heel strap even features his furry green hand holding a Christmas ornament. That's pretty clever. You can snag a pair now on the Crocs website before the Grinch steals them all. You know what? I'm not going to say I would buy it, but if someone gifted me with that, I'd wear it.
They're slippers.